Hello everyone and welcome back to the Meet the Members series. Today we have with us BioFingertips. So please could you introduce yourself and tell us what your company does?
Yeah, sure. Well, the name of the company is BioFingertips, and it's the creation of three partners. One is a medical doctor with 20 years experience in the editorial world, selling contents to the pharmaceutical industry, a software engineer that makes everything work, and myself, and I'm a pharmaceutical business executive with more than 20 years experience. We all have more than 20 years experience in each of our fields. And what we have developed is the first scientific social media, which was developed exclusively for doctors and healthcare practitioners. It consists of a very powerful meta search engine that brings together the search results of many databases and other digital health contents, which we incidentally bring from Barcelona Health Hub. This is all together into a social media environment. And this improves the user experience of the user, which is generally the doctor, transforming the role of the doctor, which is sitting in front of the screen, just searching by himself, into a very active role because it's social media. They can interact with other users. We have a logic similar to Twitter, where the user can follow other users and be followed and rank papers, discuss, share, comment, and be part of a very dynamic information platform. And because doctors, we are sure that will take BioFingertips as their preferred tool to read and study, will be the best channel for the pharmaceutical industry to approach their prescribing doctors. We believe our vision is that BioFingertips will be the screen with which big pharma will approach their clients, which are the doctors. We all consume through a screen today, and we intend to be that screen for big pharma and link with their clients, the doctors.
Wow, sounds amazing. And well, what makes your company stand out from the others?
Well, what makes us stand from other companies, actually there are no other companies which are really similar to us, but there are two things: that we are solving two pain points with one single solution. One is the pain point of the physicians that need to stay updated in their profession, in their specialty, with very little time to read and study. There is very little time to read, and there are tons of information. 2,000 papers are published every day. And whether they like it or not, they need to dedicate some time in their working week to sit down in front of a screen and read about all these incredible breakthroughs in digital health and telemedicine besides the papers. And what we are doing is we are going to improve the productivity of that half an hour or an hour or 2 hours or whatever that they are dedicating to study, because they will not be alone in their searching for information. The information will come from their colleagues too, and will be pre-selected. So it will be much easier to access to really relevant content. And then we are solving another pain point for the pharmaceutical industry that are in dire need of a digital approach to their prescribing doctors and make digital transformation come true. I myself, as a pharma executive, can testify that we have been talking about digital transformation for years now. And when it came to become a real need, a dire need in 2020, when the pandemic came, digital transformation was the sales rep selling WhatsApp messages and emails to the doctors, begging for them to connect to a webinar or some kind of digital or online course or whatever. So what we have developed is a tool to bring digital transformation to the pharma industry with a product which is 100% digital from the beginning and doesn't really need a sales rep, which protagonism is going into decline. even after pandemics, we have been seeing for years ever diminishing numbers of sales rep. And I believe this trend will continue in the future, being replaced for products like ours.
Sounds good. And what has been your company's biggest success or biggest failure?
I believe that our biggest success is that we have an MVP, which has a super fast search engine. Our the core of the tool, which is the very quick search and a good user experience regarding the search, is super fast. And working with 4 databases that we have at the time, we are planning to incorporate much more. And we have developed an incredible app for the phone and a new website, and we are looking for investment to make that new design come true. That's, I believe, our success. The tests that we have done with both with users, the doctors and clients, the pharmaceutical industry, they all are kind of eager for the final product to be on the market. And if we have failed, we were a little bit frustrated, is that we still haven't got the investor to make the first investment in our company. But we hope to get to that soon, because we haven't launched yet, because we were trying to reach the final product, but we are launching next week. And once we get traction, users, and probably revenue, we will be much closer to get that investment.
Sounds good. And well, let me ask you, what made you join Barcelona Health Hub?
Well, initially it was with the intention to find investors, and as I just said, we haven't been successful in that regard. But then we found it was an incredible opportunity to partner up with other startups in the world of digital health and telemedicine. Actually, I had between 15 or 20 meetings with colleagues and companies from Barcelona Health Hub, inviting them to join our platform and be part of the search results of our tool, because there are so many incredible developments which are really even more interesting than the papers that the doctors have been reading for years. I mean, there is a future there, a digital future. And doctors need to know what is coming, because the future will run them over. And another part of the different user experience that we are bringing to the users is the fact that they will learn much more than papers. They will learn about companies like the ones they are developing in the Barcelona Health Hub. And they have all been delighted, because we are giving them free publicity, and they will bring us more users. So it's a win-win, totally win-win situation.
Sounds great. And what do you expect from us towards the future?
Well, to know more people, more startups, because there is no limit to the partners that we can bring. The more there are, the better. And eventually, when we get our lead investors, we are sure that other investors will team up when we are online, up and running.
Sounds amazing. Well, is there anything else you would like to tell us that we haven't asked you?
Yeah, well, what's a typical question, because our platform it's difficult to grasp in the first description, because it's very broad. And sometimes they feel, well, how are you going to monetize this? Because we are always talking about the doctors and the user experience, but the money will come through big pharma, and that's my specialty. Because I, as a pharmaceutical business executive, have been waiting and needed for years a tool just as this. So our market is the marketing and sales budgets of big pharma. That is a 60 billion budget just in America and Europe. We hope to reach the rest of the world too, but if we consider only the pharmaceutical budgets invested only in marketing, excuse me, yeah, marketing and sales. I calculated it in $60 billion. And they're wanting, those budgets are waiting for a product like ours. So
Yeah.
we're confident that we'll be successful.
Okay, sounds really good. Thank you so much for your time. And hopefully we'll accomplish and do more events together.
We hope so.